back to the phone lines. We'll talk next to Renee, listening in Kansas on Bot Radio. Hi, Renee.
Hi, Hank. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Okay. The question I have is in regards to tithing. I own my own business, and I have searched Scripture, and I've talked to 2 different pastors, and I'm so unsure about how to do this, and I get frustrated with the whole thing because I feel like I'm stepping into the boundaries of legalism. But if you get no paycheck, then how do you go about tithing? Because, I don't get a paycheck. I've owned my business now for going on 5 years. I expect in another couple years to be out of debt and then be able to take a paycheck. But, the purpose of my store is to minister to women, and so I've dedicated the business to God and His work, and I want nothing more than to honor Him, but yet I don't know how to handle the tithing thing. And my husband and I get into disagreements about it because he thinks that I tithe too much, and I'm just so unsure. I'm wrestling with this so much. I have been on my knees praying about it, and it's something that's tormenting me. And one of my pastors told me that the best thing that I could do is to honor my husband, and, kind of like God knows my heart. God knows that my desire is to serve Him and to please Him, and that I should still honor my husband, by kind of not tithing as much. But then, I go back to the fact that, first God, then my family. And so I've been tormented by this for the last few weeks, so I'm hoping you can shed some light on this.
Well, I think I can, and the first thing I want to say is that I'm just moved by what you have communicated. The fact that you're tormented about this, the fact that you're on your knees about this, the fact that you desperately care. And I think the thing that all of us realize is that we have not only treasure, but we have time and talent. And the whole idea in a New Testament context is to hold that with an open hand so that God can put in and take out as He sees fit. And that's in concert with the idea of tithing. Moses said that we tithe so that we may revere the Lord our God always. And the reverence of God is very obvious in the prologue to your question. It's not to be done out of legalistic prescriptions, then you defeat the point. If you do it in a legalistic fashion, then there's no point in it whatsoever. We want to revere the Lord, and what we give, we want to give for the very things that you talked about your business being operational towards to begin with, which is that you want to help the needs of women and so forth, and so you have a ministry heart, and that's the whole idea. The idea is, Lord, my business, my time, my talent, all of that, I'm extending to you. I want to use it for your glory. And I recognize that laying up treasure in heaven is far more profitable and beneficial than laying up treasure on earth. And I recognize that the arm of God is far longer than mine, which is to say that trusting in my own arm of strength is rather foolish. Trusting in His arm of strength is really where we want to be. That's one of the reasons we give. I mean, it's not only to alleviate the needs of others, and that certainly is a great motivation, but it is also to recognize our utter dependence on God for every breath. And so I think the heart attitude that you're displaying is ultimately foundational in answering the question, because with the right heart attitude, you're not only going to be pleasing to God, but also pleasing to your husband.